Whoa, my goodness mates, we finally did it! As of the time of me recording this video, the Scribbles to Screen YouTube channel has just hit over 30,000 subscribers. I mean, wow, that's just... well, thank you all for tuning in. I couldn't have done it without you. It sincerely means a lot. So, as a nice way to celebrate this occasion, I decided to put this video together to kind of share my highlights along my YouTube journey, but I thought it wouldn't be too much fun if it was just me on the scene, so I've invited some of my YouTube buddies to come on in and share in with the madness. Yeah, we had a bit of a laugh, we've also shared a little bit of sentimental advice, so hopefully if there are any inspiring content creators out there who's trying to get their foot on the door, you may find this video to be very enlightening. Or if you don't really care about that kind of stuff, then, well, hopefully you'll still find the video a bit of a laugh. Right, enough of the context, let's roll the animation. Yeah, this video took twice as long to put together because of that, so...
Hey guys, my YouTube name is Sakura Stardust, but just Alex is fine. I'm known primarily for weeaboo kind of content and lost media that is Japanese.
Sourcebrew, but I'm mostly known for doing lists and like iceberg videos.
There's me, Ultra Crist. I'm kind of the head former manager at the Media Busters, my last project I kind of worked at. I also was a member of the Lost Cast, the podcast series from LSSQ's YouTube channel.
So for me, I did not start in the lost media community. My channel, back then I used to do like reaction videos, pretty basic stuff that didn't get a lot of views, and it wasn't until late 2020 where I did lost Japanese media. It just kind of happened over like a 1 week period where I just was like, okay, guess I'm doing this now.
And of course, you've officially made it as a Lost Media Wiki collaborator.
Basically, Daikate reached out to me and said, hey, we're looking for some more female people to represent the Lost Media community, like more female creators, and the rest is just history, I guess.
Before I started making videos, like my first video, I knew like nothing about Lost Media. The only thing I knew was stuff I had seen in Jorge's videos. I eventually ran out of like Jorge videos. I was looking for something to watch on the side while I played video games. Just kind of make videos that I would want to watch. The Jorge videos, like, they're super nostalgic for me.
Yeah,
like,
me
that was
too.
another reason why I wanted to make these videos.
When I first got into lost media, I'd like to watch them at night and just like get creeped out from them. And there was no real reason. They were just creepy to me, just because they were missing and ominous.
And it was because of a search that I wanted to get myself into, which was based on the big comfy couch licensed video game. Tried my best to cooperate with other people, and I think that was what I liked about being a part of the community, like the collaboration part. And that's where I kind of got to meet people like LSSQ and befriend him. Worked on the search with me and my friends, and that's where I met Surrey and Harvey and Rift, and that's where we made kind of my first LMW YouTube appearance, and them as well, half of them. This all happened in a span of the year, which is really crazy to say the least.
100? That was a lot to me back then. That was probably like back in 2016. It was just baffling to me at that point in time that like 100 people actually wanted to like watch more of me talking in front of a camera, I guess. Yeah, but where I am at now, like, it's really funny to think like that first 100 subscribers was like such a big deal to me, I guess.
I just got really, really lucky with that first video I did. I at least hit 1,000 before I made my next video, because I remember like enabling monetization. The growth was just so insane to like even keep up with.
When you were blowing up, there was a really big rumor that apparently you were buying your subscribers and views.
It's pretty funny, but I can see why people would think that. I obviously didn't, right? But no, I really just think it was somehow led with the YouTube gods algorithm luck.
I think 10,000 was more monumental to me. I was more excited about that than 1,000. The views on my videos were reflecting the amount of subscribers I had, where I had like substantial views on my videos, so I feel like that was more of a big deal.
You know, even just getting 1,000 more subs from where you're at feels good. It might not feel the same as the first 1,000, but it's still good, you know.
My lost Japanese media videos are getting a decent amount of views, but I kind of wish they wouldn't because the audio mixing in those are terrible. I just kind of want to make more content that exceeds those.
So I feel the exact same way. Basically, my first video wasn't very good, but thankfully, an iceberg I did like a couple months ago, the fake lost media iceberg, which I honestly think is probably my best video I ever made, is now the most popular, thank God. Because my first video I don't think is very good or reflective of my, current videos.
My goal when I was in middle school was not to hit 1 million, but just 10K. For some reason, that was my dream goal. So finding out the Adult Swim one and Disney Channel one did as well, like 10K. I was really kind of proud of myself and the others. Even though they may not be the best in quality, they still were kind of fun to do and very influential projects that I'm still proud of to this day.
Is there that one topic we've covered that we're just associated with that piece of media?
Ironically, those videos I do on Lost Anime Dubs do not do very well at all, but the most emails and the most comments I get are people asking me to cover Lost Anime Dubs, ironically.
But one of the things I kind of do a lot of is like the fake Lost media. I cover that a lot, and it's probably like my favorite thing to talk about. But I've pretty much exhausted every piece of fake Lost media there is, for the most part, at least as far as I know.
You know the video I'm immediately associated with.
Shrek.
Frickin' Shrek. My most popular video, the video I'm in, about nearly 500,000 people have seen me, is where I'm frickin' green, I'm coming out of a toilet. That's my legacy now. I've got to thank Shrek, because if it weren't for Shrek, I've been doing for this YouTube scene for about 5 years, and if it wasn't for that Shrek video, probably nobody would know who I am.
Say pretty weird how Shrek memes kind of built you, because apparently people online said that Shrek memes have died ever since the early 2010s for some reason.
About that.
It'll never die.
So the researching aspect of that is, it can be a little lengthy. I'll find web pages that have the most information on whatever topic I want to speak about. I'll start translating it myself, but my Japanese, I'm not fluent just yet. Something I really need to clarify, I'll ask like my Japanese professors to help me. I luckily have really cool Japanese professors at my university that are just like cool with looking at whatever random trash I show them.
So you hear that, students? If you're at uni or college, make the most of it.
If you have cool professors, because it really depends. Information that's not available in English, so I can bring it forward and present it in English.
Brag about it.
Yep, exactly. I will say that the LMW is an excellent source for compiling information on lost media. I'll also say it's the most official source, because there is also the Lost Media Archive, and that I would never recommend anyone to get their information from.
As nice as collective the main article is, it really is just a summary. If you go to those references, you're going to find a whole, not an episode, but a freaking feature down there to talk about.
Yeah, the links below are very useful. They have a ton of information. Like, each link kind of have its own tree of information sometimes.
Something they say in the industry, an audience will watch a video with poor audio but great visuals, but will not sit through a video with great visuals but awful audio.
I 100%
Absolutely.
agree.
I agree.
Like super agree with that statement. I think audio is like more important than visuals, like 90% of the time.
A lot of people watch YouTube while they're like drawing or like studying. So most of the time people don't even look, and you can kind of tell when people don't look because you'll see a comment correcting you on something when there is the correction on the screen. But it's interesting that like a lot of people don't actually watch the videos, they more so listen to them. I used to be really bad at thumbnails. I would even just like leave it and it would just be like me talking like in the video, like, the automatically generated thumbnail. I've been putting a lot more effort into my thumbnails in the past couple years. I don't go like really into it. I don't like get like high quality photos and like go super hard into making thumbnails, but I at the very least make something that's kind of eye-catching.
Yeah, thumbnails, it's the bit I find the easiest, but it's the bit I find the hardest, because they don't need to be that complex. It's the KISS technique, keep it simple, but at the same time, the thumbnail is the thing that people are going to see and they're going to decide if they want to click on it. So for me, when I'm making a thumbnail, I get so stressed out. I'm thinking, are people going to click on this? And I might make about 5 designs or even 10 designs before I'm fine going, right, I'm happy with that now.
That's me too, yeah. I get so much anxiety and I usually put off making the thumbnail until like I'm finished with the video itself. And then that just puts more stress on me, I think.
I always walk to the other side of the room and look at my thumbnail just to see if I can make out what it looks like from like a distance.
Oh, I do that too. Well, not
Me too,
across
yeah.
the room, but I'll like take the actual image file and I'll like shrink it down to like thumbnail size, like on my monitor, make sure it's like readable.
Yeah, you can clearly tell who the caveman is here. So basically, what bit are we most proud of and which bits we kind of regret?
I regret everything before 2019, I would say. I just regret all of my cringy, really half-assed content, for lack of better words. I'm really proud of the stuff I make now. I put a lot of effort into it. I put a lot of research into it, but that early content, I just can't.
We tried to test out like doing videos based on a single topic. I feel like that didn't engage like kind of the viewers of our channel. Possibly my lesson is like in the future when I go back to making more of those group videos is to kind of conduct improved schedule and kind of stick to what has been working.
Yeah, when I was just starting to make videos, because I'd never been behind the mic before, I'd never done like narration, so I thought, well, I don't want to come across as a really nervous fella, because I think, you know, as you get more and more used to being behind the mic, I think your voice starts to get more natural, but I didn't want that.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
I didn't want that. I thought, no, I want to show people that actually I'm a fun guy, you know, I'm a hyperactive chap. So, you know, I would do a lot of up talking, act like I was like speaking at a stadium. But what I didn't realise was that was making me sound really, really unnatural. My first Wizard of Oz video I spoke like that the whole way through, and I've remade that video recently, mainly because I got some facts wrong, but the biggest reason why was because I hated my voice.
I feel that.
When it came to that ultimate Lost Media iceberg, people thought I was kind of nervous, or I was like criticized the video because I liked the Lost Media iceberg a lot. But I think the editing was kind of a little bit delayed with my voices, that people thought I was like speaking too slow or just doing like these random pauses.
I think it's safe to say with any YouTuber, no matter what your voice is, I think you could be Dave Attenborough, I think you're always going to get that crowd of people where they're so spoiled with so many other voices on YouTube, they're always going to say, can I have a different voice actor, please? Can you swap this guy out?
Yeah, I get that.
People definitely didn't like the narration on my first video, but to be fair, it was pretty bad. I kind of had the opposite problem. It was way too monotone.
When Attenborough speaks on the telly, he's not doing a big performance, he's just speaking as he does.
I feel like being yourself and just like being genuine on camera and like behind the mic, it just comes with time. You just get more used to it as time goes on. And I feel like when I started, I'm a pretty awkward person in real life, and I feel like when I started like embracing that and being awkward in my videos and not like correcting myself as much, is when I felt more comfortable like with my content, in that it's like more unique.
I'll tell you another regret I've had in my videos. Okay, so I did a Thomas the Tank Engine video like last summer. Something I found on, like a little fact, is a Thomas the Tank Engine fan is called a tanky. I thought, oh, I'll put that into my video. But within that first hour of the video being up, I had about sort of 5 comments going, yeah, we kind of don't like being called that. And while at first they seemed well-meaning, the comments eventually got more aggressiver and aggressiver until eventually I stopped looking at the comments after the first hour of the upload. So yeah, I've never gone back there.
Yeah, there's just some comment sections I just can't look at.
And I can recall going out cycling and there was somebody right behind me in a car and they shouted to me, "Tanky!" and drove off.
Wait, what?
What?
Somebody recognised me on my bike and they shouted to me as they drove past, "Tanky."
That's so heated and unnecessary, and
That's weird.
yeah, really weird.
I would have been like contemplating if I lived in like the Matrix or something if that happened to me.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was recognized at my university when I was like at the Starbucks or something, like maybe a month ago, and this dude comes up to me and he's like, are you Sakura Stardust? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, I thought your voice sounded familiar, because I guess he heard me like ordering. And then he's like, you're really short in person. I didn't expect you to be short. And I just kind of paused. I was like, okay, cool. And then he's like, oh, I really love your content, by the way. And that was it. Then he left.
And I'm on quite a few Facebook groups, and somebody on a Wizard of Oz group shared my Wizard of Oz video, and that makes me quite chuffed, thinking, this person I don't know, and they enjoy my video so much that they share it around because they enjoy it that much. It's just...
Yeah, it always feels good.
It feels great. Like, I saw people talking about me on Reddit just randomly when I was like scrolling through the comments of something. And it didn't really dawn on me that they were like talking about my content. It took a minute for me to digest it, but once I did, it was a pretty great feeling.
All right, we're at the end now. Okay, last 20 seconds of the video. Everybody do their plugs. Go, go, go!
Sakura Stardust on YouTube, and Sakura Stardust with 2 A's in Stardust in Twitter.
Crist Maguire without the H on the Chris.
We've only got like 5 seconds, sourcebrew!
At sourcebrew.
Right, and remember to subscribe here as well. Okay, goodbye!
Click the bell.
Bye.